Hey ladies and gentlemen, Randy here from rtsmobile.com. Today we're going to bring you a quick snapshot of some Clash of Kings the West battle reports. If you're not aware, today, about 22 hours ago, I was zeroed by some kids from Kingdom 17. There was one or two decent ones and about 20 other people that all hopped in on the bandwagon to kill Randy. So I have been zeroed. And I figured it's a great opportunity to go through the battle reports and we can find a couple people who did good and we can kind of find a couple people who did bad and analyze the reports and why. Let's go ahead and get started. I'll keep this short and sweet and to the point. And in case you're wondering, I do have some salt here that I've been shaking into my hair. Instead of using shampoo in the shower, I just shake big grains of sea salt because I'm super salty. But on a real note, in case you're wondering, I will not be quitting. You know what? Troops are made to die, and I'll be rebuilding. Give me another month, and I'll be back up to where we were. So let's start with the first report. This is from RTS Icefire. He is probably one of the bigger spenders in Clash of Kings the West. His attack skills are a little bit subpar typically, but through sheer brute force of his dollar bills, y'all, he's been able to power through a lot of other players. My stats are here on the left. I was in farming mode. I didn't have my combat buffs on. I wasn't really ready to go. This guy clearly was ready to go. 342 archer attack versus my 40 archer attack. 242 cavalry versus my 156. So he's really just ready to fight. The troop numbers, I had 2.3 million troops, 2.32 million troops, and he sent 500,000 troops. Let's go ahead and take a look at the troop layer he sent. So he did send an enormous amount of infantry. He sent more infantry than he needed in this attack, and I'll explain why in just a minute. Cavalry is very light on his cavalry here. The archers, his P3 archers, he sent a large amount of them. They got some good kills there. He got some good kills with his siege. You can see he does have a relatively comprehensive layer. I'm going to explain a couple of the huge flaws he has and a couple of things he's doing really well. So the first thing I want to touch on is he has all the main troop types in here that you want to attack with. He's got your defensive and offensive infantry, your T10, T9 cavalry. He's got your T10 siege and your T10, T9, and T8 archers. He also has some T8 siege to get that layer in here, and some T8 horses and pikes. Very good job getting his troop layer in. A couple of his flaws: he sent about 20,000 too many infantry shield T10. He should have sent more of his cavalry T10. Take 20,000 of infantry, moving those 20,000 out of the cavalry. The archers, I'm okay with. He sent a little bit too many archers, him being only a P4. If he's P5, I'd say this is a good number of archers. Being P4, he sent a little bit too many. They're not doing the damage he's hoping for. His siege did a good job. I like his number of siege. I like his number of T9 infantry here. I think he should have sent about 30,000 T9 cavalry. He needs to wipe out these T9 archers, which are completely useless. You can see the kill-to-death ratio of his T9 horse and his T9 infantry. The kill-to-death ratio is very close to 1-to-1, and his kill-to-death ratio, or his troops sent to kills ratio, is way off on his T9 archers, because T9 archers are not really for attack. I'd like to see this number drop down to 5,000 T9 archers. Good amount of T8, good amount of T8 archers here, and a good amount of T8 siege. And you can see I do have a lot of troops. I just was in combat mode, unfortunately, and he has significantly higher stats than me even in combat mode, so he probably would have won this attack even if I was in combat. Alright. So once again, Icefire is a good effort, dude. You probably have about 60,000 wasted troops in your lair. Your layer's 490,000. So you got about 14 to 15% wasted troops in your layer. If you do watch this, please adjust your layer next time. Let's move to the next attack and see how they did. Alright, the next attack here is from Star Goddess. This is Jen. She sent a little bit less troops. She sent 470,000 or so, 460,000 troops here versus the 480,000 from Icefire. Alright, let's go through her layer. You can see her kills, 195 kills. Come on. Let's see here. Very similar in the number of kills that each one of them got. Okay. Her stats, she has a little bit less stats than Icefire. Icefire seems to have much higher stats, probably about 30 to 40% higher attack stats on most of his units. 20% higher here, 10% higher cavalry, 40% higher archer. Icefire is definitely a little bit stronger than Jen on the stat side. As far as a layer, it looks like they sent very similar layers. Again, a very large amount of T10 troops. I do like the fact that she sent a lot of T10s, but just like Icefire, she could reduce this number by about 20,000 here and put another 10,000 of these cavalry in. You can see the cavalry troop sent to kill ratio is very high. Her archer troop sent to kill ratio is much lower than the cavalry, ladies and gentlemen. This is true for both her and Icefire. They both, for some reason, send a lot of archers, and they send none of their killers here. Jen and Icefire, just an FYI, you're only P3 and P4, so your archers are going to get about 30% less kills than your cavalry. Once you're P5, your archers will get more kills. So just take note of that for your next attacks. Send more cavalry, especially because you have such high cavalry stats. So Jen sent about, I mean, honestly, I like to see this number at about 60 to 70,000 archers. I'm okay with the number there is, because they haven't really scaled down yet, but like I said, her cavalry are just so much more effective right now because of her only being a P3. Good amount of siege. Good amount of T9 infantry. The T9 horses, I like to see about 30,000 of them. Let's take 15,000 of these T9 archers and move them up to your T9 horses. Okay, good layer. She has a complete layer in here, just like Icefire. They have very similar attacks. She sends about 20,000 less troops, but they have very similar troop layers. The same mistakes in both layer. Both decent attacks, but I think they're getting carried by their stats here. You can see she has great archer attack. Once she does hit P5, she's going to be massacring people, I'm sure. Alright, let's check out the next attack on me. Excellent. This guy got a little bit less kills. Hale got a little bit less kills, same amount of troops as Jen. He got a fair amount less kills than Jen. What is that, 121 to... 121 to 195,000. So Hale got a huge amount less kills than Jen and Icefire. Hale, we're gonna find out why right now, buddy. You probably have to work on some of your stuff too. Okay, Hale's got his maxed out level 50 heroes here, full gold armor, very good. Similar stats to Icefire, 340 archer attack. Much higher, 40% higher cavalry attack than Icefire. Okay, very good cavalry there. Let's see if he actually sent some cavalry. Here we go again with the enormous amount of infantry. You guys would be fine sending about 80 to 90,000 with the size of your troop layers. You don't need more than 90,000 infantry if you're sending 470,000 troops. You have a huge cavalry stat and you're only sending 20,000 charging cavalry. Hale's massive mistake here, ladies and gentlemen, and you can clearly see it. He has higher archer stats than Jen. He sent more archers and got the same amount of kills. So that means he's got about 80,000 wasted troops here. Hale, you need to rework your troop layer, buddy. You sent huge huge, about 20% too many troops as archers. Good amount of T10 siege here. I like to see a little bit more T9 infantry, but he did okay there. His T9 horses, this is just sad. He's got such high horse stats, and he sent no horses. Hale, please rework your attack, dude. Send about 5,000 T8 horse. I'd like to see about 30 to 35,000 T9 horse. And I'd like to see about 30,000 T10 horse. Knock these archers down to 100,000 or so, maybe even less, since you're only P4. And you can send a couple less infantry. Clearly, it shows the mistakes in your troop layer, just comparing you directly to Jen. So again, ladies and gentlemen, Hale sent 210,000 archers. He got 43,000 kills, 43,000 to 210. So he's getting about 1 kill for every 5 archers sent. Whereas Jen, let's see how she did on her archer kills. And again, Jen, 40% less archer stats here. More archer final damage. She only sent 136,000 archers, and she got 60,000 kills. So she's about 2.5 to 1. She's getting double the kills per archer sent almost compared to Hale. Her archers are twice as effective, even though she sent less of them, and that's because your troops scale. Your troops are going to scale in their effectiveness the more you send. We'll walk through one more report here. I don't want to keep this too long, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to give you a good idea. I think right now, in maximum efficiency, Jen is in the lead over Icefire and Hale. Who is next here? Who's this? Is this the next guy? RTS Shakazulu. It doesn't look like he did too well. He's still, I guess that's my defense victory there. Massacred his troops. Good effort, buddy. He sent 340,000 troops. He sent about 100,000 less than the other two. You can see his stats are pretty good. He's got very nice stats. Archer, siege, and cavalry, both in the high. Looks like he doesn't have the infantry health and toughness and defense that he should have. And let's take a look at troops he sent. Look at this waste. Oh my god. Look at this. These guys sent so many infantry. What is wrong with these people? Alright, so Shakazulu sent less troops than Jen, sent double the infantry. You can see he absorbed 67,000 troops worth of damage from his infantry. That means he should only be sending about 80,000 of these T10 infantry. That means he's got like 180,000 wasted troops here, guys, or 130,000 wasted troops here, guys. 130k troops in the garbage, useless. His archers did not pack the same punch. I do like the number of archers. The number of siege is alright. Number of cavalry is alright. Maybe some more cavalry. Just, oh my god, he just has no killers. Look at the amount of killers he sent. He just sent no offensive troops. It's the weirdest. And he's got 20,000 of these. Alright, I stand corrected, ladies and gentlemen. He does have legitimately 200,000 wasted troops in his lair. Shakazulu. I don't even want to look at your report anymore. It's sad. It's just upsetting that I got zeroed by people who don't know how to form a good layer. Jen, the only one who's done a great job so far. She needs a little bit of work, but she did pretty decent. Let's see how we're doing here. Icefire hit me again. Let's take a look at his next attack. Very good. Very good. Okay. Similar troop number, similar stats. His archer stats are a little bit reduced because he changed the heroes he sent. So his cavalry his cavalry is the same. His archer and his infantry stats went down a little bit when switching out his heroes. Again, he sent an enormous amount of infantry, way more than he needed. He probably would have been fine with 80,000 infantry instead of 140,000. So he's got 60,000 wasted troops here. Not enough T10 horse. I'm okay with the amount of T10 archer. Good, good. Again, same problem, not enough T9 horse, too many T9 archer. You can clearly see some of these troops that he sends. He gets a 1-to-1 kill for one troop sent to get 1 kill. Some of these layers he gets more kills for each troop. What you want to do is get in the sweet spot where you get more kills for each troop than you're sending. So he's started to scale down up here in the archers. He needs to take 60,000 of these infantry and move some into this T10 horse, and move some of the infantry into this T9 horse. Move these T9 archers out of there. Only send about 15,000 T9 archers. And very nice. All right. Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I do want to keep this short and sweet. I appreciate you sticking with me for this wonderful 10-15 minute video here. I did want to take this opportunity to show you guys some cool layers. I know this is stuff that we don't always get to see. So I hope this helped. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a like and subscribe. Much appreciated. And then come visit Kingdom 8, the West, whenever you like. But try not to zero me. I'll attempt to bubble from here on out, since I forgot this time. Thank you. Big shout out to my VPG members who sent me reinforcements immediately. I had 10 people reinforcing within seconds of the first attack. Great job. And I apologize for not being shielded, that I wasted some of your resources. And I do hope that everybody has a wonderful, wonderful New Year's this weekend. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Have lots of fun. Go out and get drunk. But again, don't do anything I wouldn't do. Doesn't limit you too much. Take a double shot for me if you like. Go ahead and post a picture on rtsmobile.com of you taking a shot, and you could win $20. Jump right to the forums. Come visit www.rtsmobile.com for a bunch of guides giving battle formations, correct troop layers for Castle 30, Castle P2, Castle P5, Castle P6. We have all of the best layers there. Definitely check it out if you're interested in seeing some cool stuff. Alright, well that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Have a wonderful New Year's again, and enjoy your weekend. We'll cut it short here.